Hey everyone, Dr. Zeo here again, and today we're here to talk about more Power Rangers Dino Fury. More specifically, I want this video to focus on our good, great Pink Ranger, Amelia Jones, and kind of talk about, I guess, theories and kind of theorize where the season may go as we wrap things up in Season 2, Part 2, later on this summer. So, a mystery throughout the season has been, who exactly are Amelia's parents? And there have been quite a lot of episodes, six that I'm going to focus on in this particular video, that kind of go over, or that kind of lead some credence to believe that Amelia's parents may not be, or may actually be Void Knight and Santaura, or Tarek as his actual given name, and Santaura. Of course, that leads us to believe that she's also an alien, which does pair very well with the fact that she's so interested in the supernatural. It'll be a nice little payoff there. But let's go ahead, let's just start the video, talk about the 6 episodes in question, and kind of what evidence we have from those episodes that kind of leads us to believe that this may be the case. So first up, we're going to talk about Season 2, Episode 5, Stitched Up. This is our first episode back with Santaura. She's out of her stasis chamber, and she's surprised that they're still on Earth. She makes the comment that, hey, we're still on Earth. You don't want to do anything about the humans after all that they, after what they've taken from us. And that leads us to believe, well, okay, we don't really know y'all that well at this point. What exactly is it that they took from you? So maybe it's that they took their baby. They took Amelia. Later or earlier on in the season, in episode, what was it? In episode 11, McScary Manor, we get a little bit more backstory on Pop Pop. When Pop Pop is in the manor, he starts talking about how he used to work at Area 62, which was new information for us at the time. And he specifically says that he saw all kinds of scary stuff that was top secret. Later on in the episode, Amelia in Ranger form goes to McScary Manor to kind of talk to Pop Pop and return the key to him. And while they're having their little heart-to-heart conversation about Amelia, Pop Pop tells us that when she was a baby, Amelia's parents were lost in some sort of in some pretty mysterious circumstances. Now that's as much as we kind of get on that front. Not just in season 1, but so far in season 2, Pop Pop has not yet elaborated on what exactly he meant by mysterious circumstances. But he also tells us that it's because of these mysterious circumstances that that's why Amelia is so interested in the supernatural. She's interested in figuring out this mystery and figuring out what happened to her parents. Pop Up also says that Pop Up also goes into the fact that he promised to look after Amelia's parents, or he promised to look after Amelia if something were to happen to them. So maybe we know that he was working in Area 62 in some capacity. Maybe he was the janitor. Maybe he was the repair person. Maybe if Santaura and Santaura and Tarek were being held captive in Area 62, being experimented on by the government in whatever way, shape, or form. We know that Pop Pop is generally a very charismatic person. We've seen him get along with the Rangers. We've seen him get along with Beatrice. We've seen him get along with even Dr. Akana. And even the Rangers, like on a more individualized basis. There was the episode where where Ion kind of confided in him, and we've also seen him, talking with Jane. So he's a very charismatic person. So I don't think it's a stretch necessarily to say that he would be able to connect with Tarek and connect with Santaura, even if they were being held captive by his, employer at the time. So it's possible that with whatever happened to cause them to decommission Area 62, and whatever resulting chaos may have ensued, he was able to get Amelia out of there and get her to safety and take care of her through all these years and kind of help nurture her and into the person we see here today. Furthermore, the fact that episode 1, Destination Dinohenge, it focuses so much on Amelia. The series establishes Amelia as a person of importance, and that's not really something that we get too often or we've ever had in a premiere for Power Rangers in the past. Amelia is the focal point for the audience, where she's basically our insert character. She's our introduction to this world of what's it, Pine Ridge, and all the things that are going on in the immediate area. And that's the kind of focus that a Pink Ranger just has not had in the first episode of a Power Rangers season. No, later on we also get her getting the blazing battle armor. Again, that's something that not even the Pink Ryu Soldier Ranger had a chance to use during Ryu Soldier's however many episodes that series had. So again, we're furthermore establishing the fact that she is somebody of importance within Dino Fury. And then there are two more episodes I want to kind of go over as well. There's episode 19 of season 1 called The Makeover. This is the episode where the Rangers switch bodies, and Zato and Amelia switch bodies in this episode. The reason this one's important is, two things. One, this episode did not happen, or these events did not happen in Ryu Soldier. This is a completely Power Rangers original plot line. Still used the monster, but didn't use the whole body switching element. So that's very on the note. There was something deliberate that made them do body switching, and also the fact that later on in the episode, once they get their body switched, Amelia within Zato's body is trying to summon his antennae. Zato, it's a comedic moment, right? And Zato's like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm trying to what's it called? Raise your antennae. And she asks if there's a button for it, but Zato doesn't answer. Obviously there's not a button, but she brings up a good point. Like, it's still good that, one, she showed interest in raising his antennae, and two, she did more or less ask him how to raise the antennae, which she didn't actually get an answer. I might be reaching a little bit, but I think that had she gotten an answer in that moment, later on when she would have switched back to her own body, curiosity would have taken hold, and she would have tried to do the same thing, even though she knows that she's not from Ravcon, but she's still curious. That's the kind of person that Amelia is. That's the kind of person that Dino Fury has shown Amelia to be. I think that had she done that, if she is Ravconian, then she would have then raised her own antennae. We've gotten that revealing moment, but again, that's not the way the episode played out. But who knows? That may be another clue to look back on. Hey everyone, Dr. Zio here. I just want to interrupt myself real quick because I forgot one more very important episode to include in this little video here, but that is season 2, episode 2, The Festival. In this episode, I think this has the most concrete evidence of Amelia possibly being a Ravconian, because at the end of the episode, when all the Rangers are eating the Flargon cake that they baked for so Ion and Zato could celebrate the 3 Moon Festival, everyone's eating it, right? And no one likes it except for Amelia, Ion, and Zato. Now, Flargon cake is a Ravconian delicacy, specifically eaten during this festival, and it seems way too on point that only the non-humans enjoyed that cake. Every other human in that room, Izzy, I'm forgetting names here, Izzy, Javi, and Ollie, all did not like that cake, yet Amelia loved it and she kept eating. So that leads me to believe that, if anything, humans specifically do not like Flargon cake because, whatever Ravconian flavors are in it. But anyway, it leads me to believe that, yes, she is Ravconian because she liked that cake. Specifically because only the Ravconians in the room liked the cake. So anyway, back to the rest of this video. One more episode that I wanted to go over is episode 21, Void Trap. Yet another episode that shows Amelia as a person of importance, not only because in this episode she is the one to more or less defeat Boom Tower. Everyone combines their sword slashes with Amelia's so that she can defeat Boom Tower, which I believe that was Ryu Soldier footage in there. So that aside, there is also the American footage between the Unmorphed Rangers. Everyone's fighting foot soldiers, but Amelia specifically is fighting against Void Knight. Zato's not fighting Void Knight. Ion's not fighting Void Knight. None of the other Rangers are fighting Void Knight. Just Amelia is the one who's over here fighting Void Knight. They have like a nice little banter. Void Knight says something along the lines of, if you're enjoying this, and Amelia's like, we don't know. This isn't fun for us. And it's interesting that they had those two fight, because this seems like a very Power Rangers or very anime type situation where if they are revealed to be related, it's a nice little fighting somebody who you have some sort of close connection to moment that we always see in these kind of shows. And that's honestly that's it. Quick little video, just those 6 episodes I wanted to go over real quick. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that Amelia could be from Ravcom? Do you think that Santaura and Void Knight could be her parents? If not, let me know who you think her parents may be. Maybe it's somebody we've seen in Ranger history, or maybe somebody entirely new. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section below. As always, until next time, it's Dr. Zio. Thank you for watching. Mask up, get your boosters, get your vaccine, stay safe. Hope you all have a good week, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.